Jai Thai. I mean, how do you propose to bridge these gaps? And also, Kuntanaton, in the people's movement out there, there's a lot of very loyal Pheu Thai supporters. How do you reach out to them? Or in fact, Democrats, look at the voting patterns in the South. The Democrats had a lot of support amongst ordinary people in the South. Do you think that you can cobble together a grand coalition? That's the only way, surely, to become a huge political force.
Well, I don't want to talk about the issues of political parties. Last year I was here talking about the loan I gave to the party, and my party was dissolved a year later. And if I talk about anything regarding to his party, maybe next year his party got dissolved. I don't want that to happen, so I let things about political parties to Pita. Let me talk a little bit about the movement we are trying to build from now. I think I think what we want to do is we want to focus in local elections. I don't know how much you know about local politics in Thailand, but local administrations in Thailand do not function very well, and we want to change that. We want to. The question earlier was, how do we make people understand the importance of democracy? I think it's interrelated with this question, and that democracy is about the quality of lives, the quality of your schools, the quality of your hospitals, the quality of your healthcare system, how the government spend your money. And by doing local politics, entering local politics, it's closer to them, it's much closer to them, you know. In the parliament, what you do is you basically passing bills, passing laws, which is very far to the everyday lives of the ordinary people. But local politics is about the quality of your streets, the quality of the light, the quality of the school next door, you know. So, and that's the reason why we want to do local politics. We want to prove them that good politics give them better quality of lives. And that's why we want to focus there. And that's what we're going to do. So when we talk about doing local politics, it's about building a movement as well as walking the talk, show the people what we are able to do, you know. So that I think goes hand in hand, local politics and building the grassroots movement. You know, let me add one point here. In local politics, there's never been a debate about, say, city of Chiang Mai. In the election of the president of the provincial administration, I take Chiang Mai for example because I think all of you know Chiang Mai. In the past, in the history, no president of Chiang Mai provincial administration ever come to a debate and to show their vision what Chiang Mai could look like 10 years from now or 20 years from now, what Chiang Mai is capable of. So this time we want to make it different. We want the local politicians to play our game, the game of solid policy, the game of constructive policies. And if we force them to play our game, we win the election, we lose the election, we win. The people win. So we make them we force them by installing more competition into local politics so that they stop, so that money will not the most effective means to win the election. We want the people to understand this, and this is one of our core missions.
Do you mean you're actually going to be
sending candidates?
Trying to hold people accountable or doing civic education? Because you're a movement, you can't take part in elections.
Well, yeah. I can't, but I can help campaign for the candidates who we believe they shared
and they could be
common ideologies.
From any party. If that could be from any party, if you think the candidate's good.
It will be from the Future Forward movement.
Yeah.
I cannot run. Definitely, I cannot run.
As for myself, let me address your question by breaking it down. When you talked about Pheu Thai Party and you talked about the unity of opposition party, 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago, myself, Kun Vichan, Kun Sirikanya, all the MPs, Kun Thanathorn had a chance to hold dinner together with the leaders of all the opposing parties, and I tried to convince them. I asked for a strong, one unified light of democracy. I mean, there were lessons that we needed to learn, but it's a unity of the opposing party that the people really requires. And I think we had a glitch in our long road, but we have made an understanding, and going forward we'll be communicating more to make sure that it's a stronger, unified opposition party when the parliament starts again. Second part of the question was about grassroots movements and polarization of politics, the opposing colors, and how we were planning to depolarize and stop these color game. A lot of times, from my own experience, when we talk about social needs instead of political leaning, we talk about land justice, we talk about marijuana legalization, and yes, when we talk about environmental issues, it doesn't matter what color you come from. In the past 2 decades, it affects you. Marijuana legalization, for example, when we were trying to push, there were people from the yellow side who came and tried to push this social need because there's a need for them to fix their health that the modern medicine couldn't help them. On the other hand, the people on the red side 10 years ago, they also had cancer, and they also wanted to find an alternative way to fix things. So because of these policies that are based on social needs and not just about the past, that's how we bring people together. And I think I walked 20 kilometers as a rally together with all colors in the past together, and we were talking about how we have to push this and make a change as an alternative for people who have no other alternatives. I have epilepsy. I'm epileptic, so it's been, I think it was my time 20 years ago in Texas that I had a chance to try medical marijuana where Tegretol, the modern medicine, couldn't help me. So I knew what it's like when you need something that is an alternative to modern medicine, and people from both sides also have these experiences that are similarity to move forward in a new direction. The third part was about coalition of politicians. We've never thought about that, but we've thought about coalition of people. We've thought about coalition with the people who have the need for a strong public health, for equal economics, for a better schooling system and things like that. So yeah, we are not afraid to reach out to those people who might be visibly opposing to our party. We're not afraid to listen. I mean, talking is important, but listening is even more important, especially if they don't agree with you.